Well guys, it's been a little bit since I made a video, and I know I'm laxing a little bit. I've just been so chaotic here, I haven't had a chance to video anything. I'm over here in Lakeview. I got an 8R370 that, now, I'll show you when I get down here. There's a valve block, a brake valve. He had a real bad hydraulic leak underneath the tractor, underneath the cab, right in front of the rock shaft housing. And the other day I was over here, I had to go look at this and a couple other things for Dan. Then I got a feller buncher kind of towards the northeast there that I got to go work on too, but probably not going to happen today. I don't know. For the feller buncher, we next dayed the parts, and of course they didn't show up when they were supposed to. So anyway, we're heading out here to put this 8R370 back together. The valve block was not available. This tractor is still under warranty actually, but the valve box that's had electrolysis in it all around the fitting that where the O-ring boss seats up on it at, and Deere couldn't get the valve, so we had them running over to the machine shop and just cut the taper on it just a little more so the O-ring will seat. So we'll see when we get out here what it looks like. Well guys, valve's kind of a pain in the butt to get out of there. It goes up, I got a block under here right now, but it goes back up underneath the cab. Let me get my light turned on here. It goes back up in here. So right now we got all new O-rings for this thing. We're resealing it. All new O-rings on these. What happened here, I don't know if the camera can see that, but see this electrolysis in this corner right here? I had them just cut this just a little bit, and then they just cut this a little bit deeper, and then get the chamfer back in it where the O-ring boss, this electrolysis had ate into the corner here is what happened, and the O-ring wouldn't seat up anymore. And he had Deere come out here last summer to fix it, and they just unthreaded the thing and stuck another O-ring on there and told him it was fixed. Well, it wasn't fixed. It wasn't fixed right, I guess you could say, but so every one of these fittings we're going to pull out of there, and he told him to give them all the O-rings for this, and they didn't give us even close to the amount of O-rings that we need. They didn't give us any of the flat-faced O-rings. Every O-ring. We need every O-ring that goes in it. Don't you hear good? And the feller buncher, it had it's got a 9 liter, it's got a QSL 8.9, which would be a QSL 9, and with a caps pump in it. It's a Tiger Cat, I think L830 feller buncher. And I went up there the other day and I said it's got to be, you know, either the suppressor diode on the side of the block or the injection control valve. That's usually when they start running rough like that and smoking and missing. It's usually that injection control valve or that diode. And one can cause the other to fail, vice versa. So we next ate all the parts, and of course FedEx never showed up with the parts last night. Said it was out for delivery today, and then they never showed up. I'm sure he'll still have to pay for next day air though, even though they didn't fulfill their obligation, but it's kind of the way of the world today. Got to get some member videos pumped out too, and I just haven't had a chance to do that either. Hey, for you guys, I can't find the source, and I don't remember who it was, but I got a 6190R. I've got the IVT out all torn apart, and does anybody give me a link or email me or something, or even in the comment section where they're getting the IVT? I got them. I used to get them, and I cannot remember where I got them at. I need to get that thing done, get it going again. Just pouring a little bit of engine oil on these just to lubricate them. Let's see how many of these we're going to have to reclock once we get them in there. Got a feeling quite a few. He didn't, no, he did. He did take these out. But he didn't take the plug out. Dan comes up this morning and says, "Here." I said, "What's that?" And he goes, "Mosquito repellent so they don't pack you off." That definitely is not the right O-ring. Neither one of those. These guys, I'm telling you. These guys, I tell you what. What do? You just can't get them to give you the right shit. And I couldn't get this unplugged with it in the tractor, and I broke it trying to get it out. So that 2-pin, which I have a whole Deutsch kit, we'll just build another one. Okay, that worked out pretty good. Got that tubing shoved in there. Block out of here. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna clean this up. And let's see, what else do I need to do here? Yeah, I got a lot of cleanup to do here. Crazy dog. She's crazy. The girl is crazy. Gotta fix this one plug in. Let me see if I can find a place for the light to be. How about something like that? And yeah, where is the one wires that I screwed up trying to get it unplugged? Right there. So we gotta fix this. Yeah, wonderful. I'll add a little bit of wire. Put a 2-pin Deutsch connector on it, so it'll plug back in. Now I need to kind of look at that valve or that plug and see which wire was going where. Here's the plug. So it's a long one and a short one. Obviously the long one went over here and the short one went right there. Alright, so the blue wire is going to be over here. And this other wire is going to be over there. Okay. Let's fix this mess. Alright guys, I don't really know where to put you here. I don't know, maybe I can get you up in here somewhere. see it? Go back up and over all these wires and hoses and all this stuff. Try to keep from knocking a bunch of stuff. But I got to get the light out of the way because that's going to hit the light. And there's dowels on that, so. Okay, let me get the light back in there. Okay. Thinking something maybe. No, the wiring harness is kind of screwing with me here. Get it out of there. Make sure I didn't move an O-ring down there on the bottom. Damn it. Try to do this as clean as you possibly, humanly possible, but sometimes, boy, when they're in hard to get to locations like this, it makes it tough trying to deal with this shit. Okay. Should set on the dowels there somewhere, which I can't see where anything lines up at. Let me see if I can find the bolts to hold it down. See if we can maybe get a bolt through here and maybe go. I think kind of got somewhat lined up right there. Okay. Hanging up on here. I knew this wasn't going to be too much fun. Trying to get this line back up. Trying to find a spot here to get to. Yeah, that one's holding me up. That one started. There it goes. Okay, now she's all doweled up, popped on there. Tighten these up. Just hope we don't get a piece of dirt in a, you know, when they're this filthy like this, you're trying to do it as clean as you can, but sometimes you just can't help but getting a piece of dirt. I mean, everything's falling off the bottom of the cab and off all these lines that had dirt and grease and everything else sticking to them, and just ain't a whole lot a guy can do about it. Just hope for the best. Try to do it as clean as you possibly can. Okay. All these fittings. Got to get back on here now. Which aren't gonna be too much fun. I knew that was going to be a project when I seen the valve and I seen all the electrolysis in it. I thought, well, that's going to be fun getting that out of there. And here we are. So this fitting's got to go up here, so this is going to be clocked some more that way. Okay, I gotta get some short end wrenches and stuff like that. I'm having my fair share of trouble here. The flat board, this is all tubing, and there's rust on the tubes, and these fittings are sprung a little bit too, and they don't want to, these aren't wanting to turn on the tube, making the whole process kind of difficult. I'm trying to, this one's sprung a little bit, this fitting. I'm trying to get this worked up on there. Something like that, maybe. I mean, this thing turned hard to begin with, let alone without getting it on the threads. I think I might have got her started. Unbelievable tractor. It's only a couple years old and you're having these kind of problems. You know, $400,000 piece of equipment. Pretty unreal. This one's got, you know, cab suspension, so that makes it more labor intensive. Getting all that shit out of the way so you get this valve out of there. Now I need to tighten up the actual O-ring boss fitting where it goes in the, which ought to be lots of fun. Okay. Now, let's get this one in there. I remember I had a hell of a time because of the way the wiring harness is routed right next to the fitting. You can't really get the nut by it. These. You got to be an engineer and not think about any of this shit. Just design it on a computer and say, well, hope them guys can figure it out when it goes all to shit on me. Find a place to put all my wrenches here. Okay. And that ain't gonna work. Get all this crap out of my way too. And then we got a 4960 up there at his shop that we've got to go up there and get the front end, the planetaries, and all that stuff back together on that, and got to get it going. He's got a Kubota M5 111 that's got def quality sensor or something bad, and I messed with it the other day. Kept throwing this P260A def quality. I mean, I went through the list there and pulled the injector out of it, and it was shooting out the injector when I commanded it to, and all that good shit. And basically, I'd gotten down to either the def fluid was bad or the quality sensor was bad, and I guess it's pretty common on them Kubotas, they say, for that def quality sensor to go bad. I guess that is a common problem they have with those, from what I understand. And I have 15/16 somewhere in the mess here. Okay, now we can probably plug a few of these in. I gotta add the wire to that. I was just gonna twist them together for right now until that way I don't get screwed up there. And okay, this had a little deal that went down in there. All right, everything else plugs into the other side. We still got some lines on the other side we've got to contend with. I'll show you what that's all about. And then obviously plugs into there, but there's two lines here. You can't really see them. There's one there, and this one down here on the bottom, the one that was our problem child that was causing all this leakage. So I'm going to put them on, plug it in, and then I'll be back with them when we're putting the cab suspension back in it. Okay, well, let me see, where am I going to put you to let you view this wonderful experience here, putting all this cab suspension back in. Okay, I want to put the bottom piece in first. Remember how the hell that went in there. Okay, that shock absorber sat down here. Okay, just like so. Now this piece, yeah, I forgot, there's a piece, when you're doing this, one of the ears, there's a plate with an ear on it that holds the actual shock absorber. It basically is the mount for the shock absorber, is what I'm trying to say. But there's one in here that's a real just fun situation to get to. Okay, I don't think there was any here, but let me get this. See, I guess I'll just start this one to see what I'm talking about here. That little ear right there is held. That holds the shock absorber on there. Alright, so just tighten these up. This top piece is tricky. Get it on there. I think I went in like that before, and then sideways or something with it to get it in there. I don't know got it. We got it. And there's a big roller that, before I get too far ahead. This roller's got to go in there, which I don't think I'm going to be able to get it on there. Probably should have stuck it in there. There we go. Last one went. All right. Get a breaker bar on. These are tighter than hell when I pull them off, so I'll get the 1/2-inch breaker bar to tighten them back up. My customers called me here just a minute ago. I guess I might start cutting hay clear over there in Butte Valley, and Swather won't start showing all kinds of codes. And he said the guy says, we had this thing at the dealer and they said it was ready to go and the son of a bitch won't even start. Some of these guys are gluttons for punishment. I need to get a hold of the salesman there at Cummins and see where my feller buncher engine parts are. It didn't show up yesterday like they were supposed to. You pay next day air, and they never seem to get it to you the next day. So I don't know why we did that. We should have just done second day, I guess. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to use this ratchet here because I broke them loose with this ratchet, but it was tough. So I'll just go as tight as I can go. And that should be about where I was. Okay. Now, leave this one here. Yep. Come on, hose. I'm gonna tighten one of these up. enough. This goofy shock absorber thing here was just a absolute bear to get out of there. I mean, I fought that dirty bastard and fought it and fought it, and I mean, it is so stiff. That is one stiff son of a bitch right there. I don't know how much further we can go. I'm gonna have to go way up with it to get it to. I probably screwed up by putting that bolt in there though. I probably should take that one back out. I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm gonna pull it back out. I had to go to the other side and pull this bolt out of the other side and this bolt to get this to raise up high enough to get this in there. A little bit tricky, but we got her. Now I'm gonna go like this. Get on the bottom first. Bit of a twist in this thing. There we go. You're square. Bolt for that? I guess it is. Yeah, I think it got started. Oh, wrong way, dummy. Oh, come on. I thought I had that started in there. Okay, so let's go. Hello. Alright guys, well, sitting here running. Been running for, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. I don't see any oil leaking. What we're after. Alright. It was just running out of there before. Okay, let's see here. I put my tools up, and then that'll be the end of this one, guys. So I'm just gonna put my tools up and put the train up, go up there and put the 4960 together. But anyways, I'll try to get on the ball here and get some member videos out and stuff like that too, and stuff for the general audience. Thank you for watching.